Man, we literally have the best people in the world inside of the best company in the entire world. I don't take this for granted. This isn't something that's normal. This isn't something that is common. This isn't something that I've gotten used to. I'm a kid from New York City. To be in front of all of you guys, thousands of people, being able to provide value, being able to provide insight, it's something that I'll forever be grateful for. And I'm so thankful to God, to Christopher Terry, and the rest of the corporate staff that make this a reality for us on a day-to-day basis. And more than that, I'm grateful for each and every single one of you guys, because you guys are changing the world. You guys are world changers, one person at a time, and it would not be possible without each and every single one of you guys as well. So give it up for yourselves really quick. So really quick, who here would like the chance to do a one-on-one call with me? An hour of my time where I sit down with you one-on-one, I mentor you, I answer your questions, we go through your social media branding, we speak leadership. I just released a brand new EP on Spotify and Apple Music. And if you go ahead and you screenshot yourself listening to my new song, Homebodies, you tag me on Instagram. Tonight, I'm gonna choose 3 people to do an hour mentorship with, and each of those people are gonna get $100 in Bitcoin as well, okay? So, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this thing started because I wanna give you guys as much value, as much insight as I humanly can. Real quick, I have a question for you guys. Who here believes what is happening is special? Who here believes what is happening right now is special? You see, I'm gonna be honest. As amazing as this organization is, as incredible as the leaders that we have, as incredible as the team that we have, we did not make this thing special. This is not man-made, this is God-made. This is supernatural what is happening inside of this building in Netherlands right now. You see, it's literally biblical. I want to share with you guys a passage out of the Bible really quick. And there's a purpose with respect to what it is that you believe in. I'm a strong believer in God. I'm a strong believer in Jesus Christ. So for me, I'm going to share with you guys something from the Bible that means a lot to me. And I want to show you guys how we did not build this. I take zero credit for anything that is happening here inside of this organization, anything that is happening here inside of this company. 1 Corinthians 3:6-9. It says, I planted the seed, Apollo watered the seed, but God has been making it grow. So neither the one who plants the seed nor the one who waters is anything, but only God can make things grow. The one who plants and the one who waters have one purpose. They'll each be rewarded according to their own labor. You know, reading that, it made me realize, being on this stage, taking all the pictures, we get a lot of recognition. It made me realize that none of this is for us. As a matter of fact, God's role is to build. Our role is merely to be the material that He uses. This is so much bigger than you and I. This is so much bigger than an opportunity call. This is so much bigger than a rank advancement. This is so much bigger than a Zoom. This is so much bigger than a mastermind. This is so much bigger than who it is that you and I are. You see, all we are servants. And being a servant has such a negative undertone, right? I'm not anyone's slave. I'm not a servant. I'm not serving. Here's the thing, guys. Before I ever decide to lead, I'm going to always decide to serve first. I need you guys to understand something about serving. There's a lot of us are here looking for ranks. There is no higher rank than the title of being a servant leader. You see, if serving is beneath you, then leading is beyond you. If you're too big to serve, you're always going to be too small to lead. You see, I need you guys to understand that what we are doing here, we're servants, but we're hungry servants. Who here is hungry? I'm not talking about just being hungry. I'm talking about being starving. Who here is starving for success? Who here is genuinely starving for success? That means that you can't go a day without working. That means that the first thought on your mind when you wake up is how to build this business. The last thought on your mind before you go to sleep is how to build this business. We eat, breathe, and live serving other individuals inside of the organization. Who here is starving for success? We got a lot of grinders in the room. People that build this business on a full-time basis. People that genuinely give this thing all that they have. But who here feels like they just can't catch a break? Who here is struggling, man? Who here, no matter what it is that they do, that back office just won't move? We keep doing the calls. We keep on working, we keep giving it everything that we have, but for some reason, we're not getting any closer to our goals. Who here has experienced something like that? Who here has felt like they had to rebuild their team multiple times? Who here, raise your hand if you've ever lost somebody inside of your organization. Who here feels like they keep getting beat down over and over and over again, and for some reason, they just can't catch a break? You see, just because I'm a Chairman 750 does not mean that I'm exempt from experiencing these things. I felt them more frequently and more often than you could ever imagine. Hey, let me get through here. I'm trying to hang out with you guys back here. How we doing in the back? I want to talk to you guys about everything that I had to do inside of this business before I made it inside of this business. Because I understand struggle, I understand pain, I understand what it is to get beat down and beat down and beat down and not be able to catch a break. I had 21 jobs before I was 23 years old, trying to make this business a reality inside my life. I worked cleaning a gas station, at a store in the mall called Hot Topics, at a Chipotle, a McDonald's. I worked door-to-door sales for insurance. I was selling vacations at one point. I was at a call center. I was at another call center as a direct TV customer service. I did photography. I worked loading trucks inside of a warehouse. I worked at a steakhouse. I worked at a massage parlor. I worked valet parking cars. I worked selling insurance over the phone. I worked as a welding apprentice, trying to learn how to weld. I worked at a Radio Shack. And my favorite, street pharmacist. Some of you guys are just not. I like it because I work my own hours. You see, so often we're told that patience is a virtue. We obviously know that what it is that we're looking to accomplish inside of our lives, anything worth it is not going to happen easily. Anything. So we're always told, you gotta be patient. But it's hard to be patient when I gotta pay the bills. It's hard to be patient when I keep losing. It's hard to be patient when my family needs a change inside of their lives. It's hard to be patient. So patience is not a virtue. However, patience is a process. Patience, I love you. Patience is a process. You see, I want to teach you guys today how to practice that patience. Because so often we're told, practice patience. You gotta be patient. Chairman's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna be something that you wake up and it's done. Whoever said that this business was to get rich quick has never tried to build this business. This business is one of the hardest things that I've ever built in my entire life. Leadership is one of the most challenging things that I've ever done in my entire life. When you're a leader, there's so much responsibility because your voice holds weight. And they don't give you a how-to manual. They don't give you a guide on how to do that. No. Leadership, it's so hard because it's so much responsibility. As a leader, your voice is gonna add to people's lives. It's gonna multiply their lives. Or here's a scary one. It's gonna subtract from their lives. We need to be conscious of this. So being a leader is hard, but we gotta be patient. We gotta trust that process. And here's how it is that we're patient. Write this down, write this down. Step number one, this goes for trading, this goes for any businesses that you're building, this goes for I Am Mastery Academy, this goes for you trying to go chairman. Write this down. Number one, understand that everything is temporary. Understand that everything is temporary. Tough times are never gonna last, but the tough people inside of this room will. You see, as I ask, who here has had people leave their team? People raise their hand, look around you. We're all cut from the same cloth. We're just worn a little bit differently. We all struggle with very similar things, and the same wind blows upon us all. I want you guys to see something. I'm gonna go stand with my chairman really quick. Raise your hand if you've lost one person on your team. Raise your hand high, everyone in the building, if you've lost one person. Raise your hand if you've lost 5 people on your team. 20 people on your team. 50 people on your team. 100 people on your team. 500 people on your team. 1,000 people on your team. 2,000 people on your team. 3,000 people on your team. Look at the hands that are up. It's the people making the most money in the room. The last team that I lost 85,000 on my team. I'm still standing, and I'm still strong, and I'm still here in the world. All of this is temporary. The good and the bad. Nothing lasts forever, man. Life is just a series of moments. A series of ebbs and flows, highs and lows. That's all life is. And the good's gonna pass and the bad is gonna pass. Everything is gonna pass you by. So you need to take comfort in the fact that this is temporary. Some of you guys came here on your last dollar. Some of you guys came here and you're sharing 10 people to one room. Some of you guys came here and you're dealing with some real life issues. I need you to know this is temporary. But for my chairman seeing success, that's also temporary. Nothing lasts forever. And that's God's promise. Time is going to pass. This too shall pass. Number 2, the proof is in the pudding. This is how I'm patient about my goals. Right now, I'm going ahead and I'm chasing music, right? Music, I feel like a P150 in music. I'm walking around you guys right now as a Chairman 750, but in music, I feel like a P150. I just graduated from 2 and 3. I know that it's gonna be hard. I know that it's gonna be difficult. I know that it's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to work my butt off. But the proof is in the pudding. A lot of you guys, raise your hand, make some noises if this is your first convention ever. Get louder if this is the best convention you've ever been to. You see, the proof is in the pudding. When I first joined I Am Mastery Academy, the company kind of looked like Windows 1998. It was rough. We had one educator when I first joined inside of this business, and his name was Christopher Terry. One educator and the harmonic scanner, and we didn't have Go Live, we didn't have TVX, we didn't have VCX, we didn't have DCX, we didn't have TLX. We didn't have a corporate staff. When I first got started inside of this business, there were 500 customers all around the world. 500 customers, I love you too. There were 500 customers all around the world. There were no chairmen inside of this company when I first got started. That's a scary one. Can you imagine joining something and there's no proof of success? Can you imagine if you joined and your favorite chairman wasn't here to show you that it's a possibility? All you had was faith? You see, they say that success is 90% mindset. I disagree. Success is 90% faith. Success is 90% faith. My mindset is good because my faith is even better. My mindset is at peace because I put my trust in God. And if He's for me, who can be against me? Here, you guys right in front of you, walking around you, you have, check this out, P150s, make some noise. Y'all should be way louder than that. Are you not proud of where it is that you are? Are you not excited to be a top leader? Are you not excited to be a future Chairman 10? Platinum 150s, where you at? Make some noise! Platinum 600s, make some noise! Platinum 1000s, make some noise! Platinum 2000s, make some noise! Platinum 5000s, make some noise! Chairman, make some noise! Everywhere that you look, there's success right next to you. Everywhere that you look, you can see people that have made this thing happen. When I first got started, I didn't have that. When I first got started, I had belief in myself, and that's it. I had belief in Christopher Terry. I had belief in Jason Brown. That was before we were packing out arenas. That was before we were going around the world speaking. That was before I had over 400 chairmen inside of our organization. I was simply having faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for without the evidence of things yet seen. The proof is in the pudding. As you look all around you, you see the people that are becoming educators. You see the people that are going out and becoming chairmen and Platinum 1000s, Platinum 2000s. It's right in front of you. So I need you to understand that the issues that we're dealing with, the problems that we're dealing with right now as we're on our journey to chairman are not special. They're not unique. You think you're the only one that has gone through heartbreak? You think you're the only one that has lost a team? You think you're the only one that has gone through struggle? You think you're the only one that got dumped? You think you're the only one that has gone through these things? Your problems aren't special. I'll tell you what's special, you are. The way you deal with your problems is special. But the things that you're going through, you're stronger than that, man. You're meant for this. You were built for this. You were built for this. Say, I was built for this. I was built for this. I'm relentless. Like you mean it, I'm relentless. I'm focused. I'm strong. I'm grateful. You know, last convention we said the struggle has its purpose. Don't give up the shit. The struggle has its purpose. You were meant for this. You were built for this. Those struggles are going to happen regardless. And number 3, I love you as well. Number 3, man, enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. You know, I'm a brand new father. I just had a baby girl. I just had a baby girl, and being a girl dad rocks. Being a girl dad rocks. She's so cute, and every day she just makes me happy. I could get off of the worst call in the world, and I'm just excited. Her laugh just brings me so much joy. And the other day I went on a trip to New York City. And when I was in New York City, before I left, my daughter didn't know how to sit up. And I was only gone for 5 days. I recorded some music, supported one of my friend's businesses, saw some family. When I got back, she was sitting on her own. And it put a lot into perspective, where these moments are gonna pass so fast. And then it made me realize that they're gonna pass so fast in everything that we do. We gotta enjoy this process, because I look back at my career and I look back at my journey, and I think about the times where we were in an Airbnb 30 people deep, 40 people deep, sleeping there for 4 nights at a time in order to trade NFT with each other. I think about the times where I used to have to ask Chris Terry to buy me a flight on Spirit Airlines because I couldn't afford it. I think about the times where I went from Chairman 10 down to Platinum 1000, and I lost everything after it took me 4 years to hit Chairman 10. Crying on my bed, going to fly out to sit down with Chris to see what I can do to build this up. I think about the betrayal that I've experienced in this business with people that have gone on to either build their own company or join somewhere else and go on Instagram and talk trash about me after I helped them with everything that I had. I wouldn't trade it for the world. You see, these struggles make me who I am today. So enjoy this moment. Enjoy exactly where it is that you're at right now. Because when this passes, you're gonna look back at all those struggles and you're just gonna smile, because they made you who it is that you are. Without those struggles, you wouldn't be where you're at right now. But think about it. This isn't your first time struggling. Think about how many times you've gone through it, how many things you've experienced inside of your life, whether it's been short or long. You've gone through it, and they're a thing of the past now. Each and every single moment has its purpose, and I want you to seize that moment every day. What are we gonna do when we get back from this convention? Because it's easy to be inspired right now. It's easy to be excited and it's easy to be fired up right now because the person next to you is radiating with energy. So that's easy. But what happens when you get back home and your bank account is still the same? What happens when you get back home and your back office hasn't grown? What happens when you get back home and the people that you live with don't support you? What happens when you get back home and you face rejection? When you face people failures? When you face people going ahead and judging you and talking down on you? What happens when life happens? This event's beautiful. But the most important part about this event is not the event itself. It's what happens after the event takes place. You see, when we get back home, we're gonna seize every moment and we're gonna up it. We're gonna seize every moment and we're gonna up it. You see, what it means to up it is pushing yourself past the barrier of expectation. Pushing yourself past the barrier of expectation. I started running recently. And in the beginning it was a mile, then 2 miles, then 3 miles, then 4 miles, then 5 miles. I got up to 7 miles. And as I was on my way to that 7-mile mark, I remember running and the conversations that you have with yourself while you're doing cardio, oh my God. Like I thought I was motivating, thank you. I thought I was motivating, I thought, you know, I had all the right things to say. Man, I be beating myself up while I'm on those runs. Like, bro, you look like melted ice cream right now. You suck, bro. Why are you running? You need to eat keto. And what I realized is that my mind would give up on me well before my body did. How many times has your mind done that to you? Yes. My mind has given up on me way before my body has. I was saying stuff like that at mile number 4, and then I hit mile number 5, and then mile number 6, and then mile number 7. And what I realized is that we're gonna try to talk ourselves out of the pain because the pain is so intense. The pain hurts so much that we'd rather just not deal with the pain of growth. So we're gonna talk ourselves out of it, and we're gonna tell ourselves anything that we wanna hear in order to stop. But guess what? You have more left in you. You've got a lot more left in you. You've got a lot more left in you. So what I want you to do leaving this event is to up it. If you're used to doing something, multiply it by 5. And over the next 90 days, let's get exhausted together. Over the next 90 days, let's get exhausted together. Let's get exhausted with one another. And we're only gonna sprint for 90 days. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna begin to train and we're gonna focus on the skill sets and we're gonna start promoting Croatia and we're gonna make sure that we come into the next event better than we were at this event. But for the next 90 days, we're gonna have to give this all we got. Because I'll be damned if another company thinks they could talk trash. I'll be damned if people think that they could go up against us. I'll be damned if people think that they're better than us. Because guess what? We are the #1 company in the world. We got this thing on lock. You show me another company. You show me another platform that is packing out stadiums 2 times a year. You show me another company that has that many success stories. You show me another company with perfect people like we got in this room. It don't exist. This is